The Syrian government is tightening its control right across the country. For the past 2 weeks, the southern town of Deraa has been under military lockdown, and on Sunday, troops moved into the nearby town of Tafas. In the capital, Damascus, the government has increased the military presence in 2 suburbs. And in the coastal town of Banyas, human rights campaigners say hundreds of people have been arrested since the military regained control of the town on Saturday. Well, as always, during this time, it is very difficult to confirm any reports out of Syria. Journalists cannot operate freely in the country. Al Jazeera's Zaina Khoda has been reporting from neighbouring Lebanon and gives us the latest on some of the unverified footage uploaded to the internet by activists inside Syria.
The Syrian government says it had to send troops to protest hubs to pursue the terrorists it says are causing the unrest. Armed groups, it claims, have been killing security forces. State TV broadcast the funeral of 4 soldiers reportedly killed in Homs. Major urban centers like Homs and Banyas are sealed off. Almost all communication with the outside world cut. But activists are saying there have been deaths and hundreds of arrests. The government seems to want to end the uprising by force, but there are reports of talks with some dissidents and continued promises of reform.
The regime is keen to give an impression for Western media that he's leading a dialogue in order to have the image of this is a reformist regime. If they really want to form, they have to announce, the regime should announce the agenda, the plan, well attached with the timetable.
A letter on the Syrian Revolution 2011 Facebook page offered President Bashar al-Assad detailed proposals to end the unrest by transforming the country from a dictatorship to a democracy. Among their demands, stop shooting at demonstrators, allow peaceful demonstrations, release all political prisoners, allow political pluralism, hold free elections in 6 months. But who is the leader of the protest movement? Activists say it is the people. Others say it consists of intellectuals, exiled politicians, members of the banned Muslim Brotherhood. There isn't one leader who can be accepted across a multi-confessional Syria. It is a fragmented opposition.
I think that some of them are people who are interested in human rights, democracy, and so forth. Some of them, it seems that they are well armed and they have their own agendas. I don't know whether they are in touch with the first group. Some of them are disgruntled politicians who were discredited from the Syrian regime.
Those who continue to take to the streets are demanding a change in government. But in many other strategic centers like Damascus and Aleppo, there have been no mass demonstrations. That could be because people are afraid, but the government does have support in many places. That could weaken the opposition's negotiating position. And there's also the question of whether or not the government would survive if it were to carry out the promised reforms. Zaina Khoda, Al Jazeera, Beirut.